What was I saying? What I had said? What was y'all talking about? I'm such a head ass. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Bria Leah, and I'm back with another video. So if this is your first time seeing my face, welcome to my channel and thank you for stopping by. Since you're here, I hope you leave a like and a comment and subscribe to the channel. That would be greatly appreciated. Let's get started. It's gonna be August in like a couple of days, if not tomorrow. I don't know if this month has 30 days or 31 days. Either way, I decided to make this video because school coming up. And I know when I was going off to college in 2016, I looked up a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of tip videos. I just needed to know what I was getting myself into because this may be your first time leaving home. This just may be your first time on your own by yourself. And you may be very, very nervous. You may not know what to expect. Yeah, for this video, I reached out to my friends so I could get a lot of perspective because everybody's college experience was different. And I just wanted to make sure that I made this tip video very relatable. Very for everybody because I know everybody might not be going to HBCU. Even if you are or if you're not, this video is going to be helpful for you. So if you're interested in this video, keep watching. For those of you who don't know, I graduated last year, 2020, from the great Bethune-Cookman University. I graduated with my bachelor's of science in psychology, and it's only been a year, but I miss school so much. I'm kidding, y'all, but no, like literally me and my friends, we had these moments all the time where we just like start reminiscing about school. We just miss it. Like college really is the best experience of your life as long as you make it that way. It definitely is what you make it, but that's not my first tip. Let's get started. Tip number 1, prioritize your mental health. I cannot exaggerate this enough. Your mental health will be tested and tried throughout your entire college experience. But that first year is very difficult. There's a lot of challenges that you face that you may not have faced before. It's a transition from home to independence. I feel like that first year, it literally just yanks you out of your comfort zone. And because of that can be very trying. So make sure no matter what, prioritize your mental health. Very important. Prioritize your mental health. Put your mental health first before anything. Tip number 2 is going to be try your best to break out of your comfort zone because you're going to get a lot more out of the experience if you're trying new things and meeting new people than you're going to get from just keeping yourself trapped in your room. College and college campuses have a lot to offer. Being on a college campus, nothing is going to get done if you don't ensure that it gets done. Break out of your comfort zone. Make it the best experience. Tip number 3 is do not procrastinate. That's gonna be hard, I know. The longer you wait to complete something, the more you're going to stress yourself out when it has to be done. In college, professors rarely extend due dates. Like really something has to happen to like the whole class in order for a professor to extend the due date. But just because you waited to the last minute to get something done, they're not gonna extend that due date for you. They may, medical emergency, but that's not always a promise. So don't procrastinate. Try to do whatever you need to do as soon as you can do it, and then you don't have to worry about it anymore. Just get whatever you have to get done, finished, and then you literally can do whatever you want to do. Tip number 3, join organizations and clubs. Like, especially for the people that are not really social, then you're gonna wanna join a bunch of different clubs, a bunch of different organizations. Not too many because you don't wanna overwhelm yourself, but that's how you get out there. That's how you break outside of your comfort zone. That's how you get out of your comfort zone. That's how you meet people, is when you're joining organizations. I joined like everything. I obviously didn't join everything, but I joined a lot of stuff when I was in college, and it definitely made my experience that much more great because I got to meet a lot of people and we did a lot of things. Pro tip: when you're joining organizations, don't extend yourself too much. Organizations have e-boards, and when you're on the executive board, you have a lot more responsibility than general members. So if you do join a lot of different organizations, don't try to be on the e-board of every single organization because I promise you don't have that much time. Tip number 4. This one came from my sister, okay? Shout out to Joe. My sister said, leave them trifling niggas alone. Very Very important. Girl or sir, whoever's watching this video. For the freshmen, them upperclassmen gonna be coming for y'all. I don't know why, but they will. And they're going to tell you everything that you want to hear. They're going to try to get inside of your head. Girl, be smart. You didn't come to college for boys. And I'm not trying to sound like nobody's parent. I promise I'm not. But I was literally an RA for 2 years when I was in college. And I watched too many of my residents get pregnant and have to drop out of college. Go to college and graduate. Stay focused. Tip number 5 is very important. Make great relationships with your professors if you can. The better relationship that you have with your professor, the easier it is going to be for you in the class. I'm not saying you have to be a teacher's pet, no. But at least make sure your professor knows who you are. Pro tip, introduce yourself so they know who you are. Say if you get sick, hopefully you don't. I really hope nobody gets sick. But if you do get sick or whatever, and you come back to class, you feeling better, right? You go back to class. If your professor doesn't know you, they really might not believe your story. They don't know. And if they do know you and you've built a relationship with your professor, they will trust you a lot more than if they don't know you. Build great relationships with your professors and they can help you out in the long run. You don't want the only time your professor meets you face to face to be because you have an issue. Having a great relationship with your professors is very important, not only just for like the semester, but in the long run, when you need a recommendation letter for something, you're gonna have plenty of resources if you have great relationships with your professor. Be polite, go to class on time. Even if you don't need help with something, go to their office hours and speak to them like privately. Professors love to see students interested in actually learning and not just coming to class so that you're not absent and get kicked out of school. It's important. If you can, don't pick an 8 a.m. class. Let me tell you why. Not because you're lazy and you don't want to wake up, no. Don't pick an 8 a.m. because if you stay up late the night before, I almost guarantee you're not going to that 8 a.m. class. I went my entire college experience, mind you, all 4 years, without an 8 a.m. class. It's possible, like it can happen. My earliest class that I had was a 9:30 and that was the first semester of my freshman year. I couldn't get around it. Don't pick an 8 a.m. class, don't do it unless you have to. Tip number 7, very important. Do not entertain drama. Most importantly with your roommates, because these are people that you have to literally sleep with. Y'all share a room. Obviously, drama isn't always easily avoided. Make efforts to not be in drama. Like, you know, obviously you don't want to fight in college because you can get expelled. If you can avoid drama with your roommate or with your friends or whoever, just do it. Side note, if you are a person that will be moving into a room with a person that you don't know, haven't met or anything like that, be nice. Just know that you can have your room changed if you ask. If you end up in a room with a person that isn't friendly or that you're just not comfortable with, you can be moved. Your room can be changed if you ask the residence life coordinator in your building. I don't know how that process works at every school, but it's definitely possible. The residence life's #1 priority is your safety. So if you feel like you're in a room where you're not safe, or if you feel like you're in a room that you're just not comfortable with, then speak to somebody. Your RA should be your #1 resource for anything, all things. Your RA should be the person that you go to. Is that not a tip? I don't think I made that a tip. Your RA should be your damn near guidance counselor, really. You can go to them for anything. They should always be open to any problems that you have. Like I said, I was an RA for 2 years. There was never a time any of my residents came to me and had an issue that I did not solve. So don't be afraid to go to your RA. If you need to be moved, ask. Closed mouths don't get fed. Speak up, say something. Even if you just call your parents and tell them to call the residence life, then they can do that. But hopefully you don't end up in that situation. However, I know it is possible. Just know that if you are in a room with somebody you're not comfortable with or somebody you're not getting along with, you can't be moved. Unfriendly. Don't be the girl that's rude to her roommate for no reason. Like, be nice. If you got a roommate that you don't get along with, but you don't have a reason not to be getting along with this girl, then you are being the problem. Check yourself first. This tip counts for roommates too. I think this tip number 8 or something like that. I don't remember, y'all. I done lost track. Buy padlocks. Lock up your personals. That way you can't even accuse anybody of stealing anything. If you have stuff that you value lock it up. You don't have to lock everything up, obviously, but I mean, anything that you value, like the things that you brought to school with you that mean a lot to you, keep it somewhere safe. Put a code on it, a zip tie on it, whatever you got to do. If you got something that you don't want to go missing, lock it up. Next tip, college is literally what you make it. College is literally whatever you make it. You're gonna get back whatever you give out. So if you're giving out negative energy and you're just being a negative person, then you're just gonna have a negative experience. But if you're being open to people and being polite, and you most likely will have a positive experience. This is another tip from one of my friends, and he says, you are not here to party, but work. Stay focused. We're the 100 emoji. Tip number 9, this one is very important. I overly agree with this one. So he says, you are not here to party, but work. So stay focused. It's so easy to become distracted on campus. There's just so much to do. There's so many people there. It's a lot going on. But don't forget the main reason that you came to school, and that was to graduate. So get your work done. You can still party, you can still hang out, but you just have to prioritize what's important. Your mental health is important, number 1. Your schoolwork is important, number 2. And then you can do with number 3 whatever you want to do with number 3, just long as you are staying focused. You can have a boyfriend, you can have a girlfriend, you can do all of those things. If you're gonna date in college, make sure you are picking a person that is supporting your academics. Make sure you're not just dating anybody just because they cute. No, and have the same values and goals as far as graduating as you do. Because don't start dating somebody that is distracting you. You get a girlfriend and she don't want to go to class, but she want to go party every single day. She's not gonna graduate. I'm just trying to keep it real with you. If that's the type of mentality that she has, she's not gonna graduate. And if you came to school already with the mindset that you just want to do the right thing and you want to graduate within those 4 years, then just make sure you're making friends that have the same goals and mindset that you do. That's very, very, very. And for tip number 10, my last tip is going to be get connected, because you don't know who you're gonna meet. You don't know who you're gonna need. You don't know the type of connections that you can possibly make. So get out there, get out of your comfort zone, expose yourself to new experiences that you never thought you'd experience before. If you're not a super social person, it's okay. You don't have to be super social. You don't have to be the light of the party, but it's still possible for you to make the best out of your experience. So guys, that's all I got. That was really all I have for y'all. I just wish y'all the best of luck for anybody that's getting ready to go to college. If you're getting ready to go to college and you're watching this video, tell me what school you going to in the comments, because I really want to know. If you're going to Cookman, let me know. But y'all, yeah, so good luck. Stay focused. Get out of your comfort zone. Be nice. Go to class, always. Don't skip, because that day you skip, you know what you're gonna miss. Stay out of trouble. That's all I got, you guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Real quick, because I just thought about this one. If you have a business idea, if you like doing makeup, hair, whatever, if you like doing phone fixing, shoe customizing, you can do that at school and really take off with your business, because it's people on college campuses that need all those services now. Anyways, but I am done this time. Bye.